Daniel 5. King Belshazzar made a great feast for 1,000 of his lords and drank wine in front of the 1,000. Belshazzar, when he tasted the wine, commanded that the vessels of gold and of silver that Nebuchadnezzar his father had taken out of the temple in Jerusalem be brought.
Let us feast.
That the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines might drink from them. Then they brought in the golden vessels that had been taken out of the temple, the house of God in Jerusalem. And the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines drank from them. They drank wine and praised the gods of gold and silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone.
Now, instead of the blood of bulls and rams, let them flow with foaming wine. To Marduk, the god of our city. Marduk!
Immediately the fingers of a human hand appeared and wrote on the plaster of the wall of the king's palace opposite the lampstand. And the king saw the hand as it wrote. Then the king's color changed, and his thoughts alarmed him. His limbs gave way, and his knees knocked together. The king called loudly to bring in the enchanters, the Chaldeans, and the astrologers. The king declared to the wise men of Babylon,
Whoever reads this and tells me what it means shall be clothed in purple and have a gold chain placed around his neck and be made third highest ruler in the kingdom.
The queen, because of the words of the king and his lords, came into the banqueting hall, and the queen declared, There is a man in your kingdom in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. In the days of your father, light and understanding and wisdom like the wisdom of the gods were found in him. Then Daniel was brought in before the king.
How can I be of service, Highness? Are you Daniel? I am told you are able to give interpretations and solve difficult problems. No human hand has scribed it. No other tongue can interpret it. Tell me what it means. Be it for good or ill.
Then Daniel answered and said before the king, Let your gifts be for yourself, and give your rewards to another. Nevertheless, I will read the writing to the king, and make known to him the interpretation. O king, the Most High God gave Nebuchadnezzar your father kingship and greatness and glory and majesty. And because of the greatness that he gave him, all peoples, nations, and languages trembled and feared before him. Whom he would, he killed, and whom he would, he kept alive. Whom he would, he raised up, and whom he would, he humbled. But when his heart was lifted up and his spirit was hardened so that he dealt proudly, he was brought down from his kingly throne, and his glory was taken from him. He was driven from among the children of mankind, and his mind was made like that of a beast, till he knew that the Most High God rules the kingdom of mankind, and sets over it whom he will. And you, his son, Belshazzar, have not humbled your heart, though you knew all this. But you have lifted up yourself against the Lord of heaven. This is the interpretation of the matter. Mene, God has numbered the days of your kingdom and brought it to an end. Tekel, you have been weighed in the balances and found wanting. Peres, your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Then Belshazzar gave the command, and Daniel was clothed with purple. A chain of gold was put around his neck, and a proclamation was made about him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. That very night, Belshazzar, the Chaldean king, was killed.
The memories.
We don't need no education.
The madness.
We don't need no thought control.
The music.
Hey! Teacher! Leave them kids alone!
The movie.
No, it's just another brick in the wall.
The wall.
The wall.
Rated M, now showing at the Barclay, a Greater Union Theatre.
Sir, right now members of the National Guard are mobilized because of the crisis at the border. How soon will the wall get finished if you're elected?
So the wall, we built hundreds of miles of wall, more than I said I was going to be doing. And again, I had a hard time with Congress on the wall. I took it out of the military because we rebuilt the military. We had a lot of money in the military. We took out billions, because I considered it an invasion of our country. It was very easy. And we then got sued by Nancy, crazy Nancy, and all the Democrats, and we got sued 11 different times. We won all the suits. It was brutal, but we were sued a lot, and we got hundreds of miles of wall built. And then I said, let's add some more. And one of the reasons we did have the great success is because I got the wall built. I was building wall at levels that nobody had ever seen.
There they are.
Hey.
Clustered around power outlets, near the recycling bins.
Did you jiggle it?
Stained carpeting and bathrooms. Tethered to the wall.
Oh, come on.
Denied the freedom to enjoy even the most basic things. Like grabbing a drink, or sharing a laugh with your coworkers, or sitting with someone you know.
Says the new iPhone's coming out soon. Hope it has a better battery.
Totally.
You're stuck here until your battery says so.
Really?
After all that time.
I gotta plug in.
And we were going through tremendous obstacles. It was hard, but we got it done. And then I said, let's add 200 miles, because there were certain areas. You know, it's interesting, when you add wall here, you got to add a little more wall here, and it was just it's like water. It's like water. And we were ready to do that. We ordered 200 miles. It was ready to be thrown up. It could have been thrown up in 3 to 4 weeks. And then we had a very unfortunate election. And these characters took over. And I said, you know, something's going on. They're not putting up the wall. They have to put up the wall. It would have been unbelievable, totally secure, very hard to get through the wall. That was the wall specifically that Border Patrol and all of them wanted. This is the one that they wanted. It wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to have concrete plank going up 30 or 40 feet.
Shit. Release now! I got him.
Oh, I'm sorry for it. They said has to be steel, has to have, have to be able to see through it, et cetera, et cetera. And this is a combination of steel, concrete, and then rebar in the middle, each one of those pieces. And then they have, I told this, they have an anti-climb panel on the top. And I hated it because I didn't like the way it looked. These things were so beautiful.
Place has known magic. Very dark, very powerful.
It's changing out there. Just like last time. There's a storm coming, Harry. We'd all best be ready when she does.
These disappearances are just how it started before. Voldemort is on the move.
Beyond anything I imagined.
Our war with the Muggles begins today!
Harry Potter.
In the past, you might were able to destroy me. But now, the beasts of revenge is coming for you.
You gather his followers. Dark Lord playing something big. You have no choice. You must not fail.
I beat him once and I will beat him again.
Listen, you jump now! Harry, no!
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA. So I'll just start off by saying I'm like, obviously Elon here. I'm at Eagle Pass, just arrived, and we're just gonna go around and talk to the major officials and law enforcement and whatnot that are here and just kind of eyeball the situation, get a sense for what's going on, and so you can get the kind of like the real story. Hey guys, how's it going?
This is the shot right here.
Okay, look at this.
These people, you see how orderly it is?
Yeah, I mean, it's very orderly. So
it's like an orderly, chaotic, unruly event that's happening.
Okay.
And it's wrong. It's wrong for everybody involved.
Sure.
And we're not talking one or two people. We're talking thousands of people every day.
Thousands of people every day. Yeah. All right. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna end the live stream now.
I'm okay.
Is that part of the plan, Stiff?
Evelyn electrified the fence.
And we had to put the anti-climb, but I said, no way I'm going to do that. I hate it. It was costly, but I hated it. And then we had people climbing, and it's true, the anti-climb panel is exactly what it is. It was much harder, so I said, all right, we'll do it. But this is exactly what they wanted, and they didn't want to put it up. And that's the first time that I realized that they actually want an open border. Who would want an open border? It's like, who would want an open border? Who would want men playing in women's sports? Who would want all these transgender operations on your children? So we built a tremendous amount of wall, and we were going to do another 200, but I got Mexico to come in, and they gave us thousands and thousands of troops while we were building the wall. That was hard to do. Remember that I always said Mexico will pay. They paid much more than what I was talking about. They gave us troops. They did a really good job. They didn't want to do it. They said, no way. And I said, way. And they said, no, we're not doing it. And I said, if you're not doing it, I'm going to charge you a 25% tariff. And they said, these tariffs, I'm telling you, it's my favorite word in the dictionary, outside of love and religion. Love and religion. But, so I said, we're going to charge you. And we got the troops from Mexico free of charge. And they were, it really did the trick. We had great success. But the net result is all of this wall that we built, they ended up selling for 5 cents on the dollar. Very expensive stuff, too. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And Texas wanted to use it. Arizona wanted to use it. And the federal government wouldn't sell it to them. And they sold a lot of it for 5 cents on the dollar. These are people that hate our country. I'm convinced of it. There's something. You got to vote them out. We got to get back to common sense, right?
Wow.
Make a play. Scream.
No, it doesn't sound.
Look, I'm tired of
So we'll talk next week.
If you can't fold the straw, the episode isn't any good.
What? Over here.
Whoa.
Tunnel. Hello? Tunnel. I'm in a tunnel. I can't hear you.
There you are.
By and large, everything you need to be happy. Your day is very important to us.
Hey, drink the punch. Here, take the cup. Hey, take the cup. Ah!
Please remain stationary. A service bot will be here to assist you momentarily.
Stuart? Hello?
Please remain stationary. A service bot will be here to assist you momentarily.
What's that? What's going on? John? Eva? No. John.
Thank you.
How immediate is that process? We talked about sending certain individuals back. How immediate is the wall process? Can they begin building right away?
Yeah, the wall.
Yeah.
I've become very good at building walls, actually. Remember, there's only two things that work. Everything's obsolete other than that. See their cameras? Look at these beautiful cameras they have. In 2 weeks, they'll be obsolete, right? Everything. The computers are going to be up. Two things. What are the two things? Wheels and walls.
Hi, Wally.
A is for Axiom, your home sweet home. B is for by and large, your very best friend.
Time for lunch. In a cup. Feel beautiful.
It's the new year. Oh, stunning. Great. I know, honey. Men.
Attention, Axiom shoppers. Try blue. It's the new red.
They're not obsolete. They always work. And you can always have a wheel and a wall, right? Look at her. She was the one that was crying. If she was crying, that means she likes, you like Trump. Look, oh, she's crying again.
She's crying again. Here we go.
Stand up, show everybody.
Oh.
Very nice. Thank you, sweetheart. Are your friends as passionate as you? Yes, well, oh boy, I'm glad they have those good seats. Thank you, darling. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We call these, don't we call these happy tears? These are happy tears,
Those are
of course.
tears
Yes.
that are happy tears.
I'm going to vote blue.
Vote for who you want. This is a free dictatorship.
Ooh. Date? Oh, don't get me started on the date. Every hollow date I have been on has been a virtual disaster. If I had one who wasn't so superficial, you know. There are good men out there. Well, I know because I've scored a bit. What the? Wally. Mary? Eva.
We did it. Tori! 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 No! Tori!
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
treasonable maggots who collaborate with them must, can, and will be wiped from the face of the earth. We must crush them. We must smash them. We must stamp them out. We, the people of Oceania, and our traditional allies, the people of Eurasia, will not rest until the final victory has been achieved. Death to the eternal enemy of Oceania. Death! Death! Death!
Got a name?
Trump.
That fits. I bring you a message. A message of great importance. Without my help and knowledge, every one of you will be dead.
Sheriff, how long are you going to put up with this?
What do you mean?
How long are you going to let this con man walk around town?
Be careful, son. I can sue you.
How about it, Sheriff? When are you going to put the lid on?
What for?
Well, stealing is stealing, whether you do it with a gun or a mouthful of mealy words.
I don't intend to sit here and be insulted, Sheriff. If your people don't want my help, I can go elsewhere.
Wait a minute, Mr. Trump. You don't talk for the rest of us.
Since the sheriff wouldn't stop Trump, Hobie had to find somebody who would. Sheriff Chet Farrow was the gun law in Talpa, and Judge Clement was the book law.
You hear about Trump?
Yes, sir. What are you going to do about him?
What do you want me to do?
Stop him.
From what?
From taking the town.
Can you prove that that's what he has in mind?
Well, it's obvious.
But can you prove it? In order to arrest him, the sheriff has to have a charge. And Trump hasn't given him a thing to go on.
Well, there's got to be some way to stop him.
Well, if there is, I don't know it. It's a funny thing.
Sir?
When we were kids, we were all afraid of the dark. And we grew up, and we weren't afraid anymore, but it's funny how a big lie can make us all kids again.
My name is Jordan Belfort. I was raised in a tiny apartment in Queens.
First rule of Wall Street, nobody knows if a stock is going to go up, down.
Just like that, I started my own firm out of an abandoned auto body shop.
Is that your car on the lot?
Yeah.
You show me a pay stub, I quit my job right now. Hey, listen, I quit. Yeah, I'm going into stocks.
Is all this legal?
This is insane.
Trying to make a name for ourselves.
The Wolf of Wall Street. Rated R. December 25th.
Man, I love the holidays in Apocalypseburg. The weather is dusty and the coffee tastes extra pumpkin spicy. This holiday season has definitely
descended into chaos now that the Duplo savages destroyed our land.
Hey, Lucy. Happy holidays. Sorry, did I interrupt your brooding sesh?
Yeah, it's no biggie. I was just filling everyone in and how tough it is to live here.
But you know it'll cheer everyone up?
Please don't say holiday party.
A holiday party!
And you said it.
We're having a holiday party?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Ah, come on. I've got a plan. Step 1, get everyone together in the town square. Step 2, ice skating. Step 3, decorate this town for the most tinsel-tastic holiday party Apocalypseburg has ever seen.
Yer! Who be captaining this holly jolly merriment?
It's Emmett.
Lower section 12. We need more green bricks. Let's go, let's go. Lucy, when this tree lights up, you'll be able to see it from space!
Hobie had checked the town. The people were ready to believe. Like sheep, they ran toward the slaughterhouse. And waiting for them was the high priest of fraud.
I am the only one. Just me. I can build a wall around your homes that nothing will penetrate.
What do we do? How do we save ourselves?
You ask, how do you build that wall? You ask, and I'm here to tell you.
We don't need any more unwanted attention.
Relax. Just think of this as a quiet little neighborhood shindig with just a few of our closest friends and a tree you may or may not be able to see from space.
Really?
Now listen up, Apocalypseburgers. We all deserve a little peace and happiness this holiday season. However you celebrate, let's celebrate together.
More eggnog, sir.
I wait all year for this sweet nectar of joy.
Indubitably.
My tummy's a little rumbly. Yay!
Oh,
awesome!
Time to light it up, kid.
Shiny!
There she glows.
I like darkness. This isn't super beautiful.
Oh no.
You're a liar, Trump. Aren't you going to stay for the fireworks? I've done all I can for Talpa. Figure it's time for me to be moving on. Well, I think you ought to wait. It's where you and I disagree.
Looks like it's time to pay these apocalypse burgers a visit.
Yes, my queen. Spaceship! I mean, oh no!
I knew it. Everyone, battle stance.
Accessing inner Whee! Happy holidays!
I was not expecting that.
Awesome!
Alfred, this sweater only has 8 abs. Not cool, bro.
But, sir...
Nod me.
You're under arrest, Trump. What charge? Well, you write it any way you like. Grand theft, fraud, I think a jury will find it stealing.
So, the president of Mexico yesterday, or the ex-president, whatever, whoever, he said, we will not pay for the wall, even consider paying for the wall. So, who's gonna pay for the wall? Who's gonna pay for the wall? Going to build a wall. It's going to be built. It's not even, believe it or not, it's not even a difficult thing to do.
Build a wall, build a wall. 10 feet, 20 feet, 100 feet tall.
After a full day of voting, we're not expecting to get the results tonight of the historic presidential election in Mexico. Voters packing the polls in SoCal and Mexico, but the fate of our neighboring country still up in the air. Mexico is expected, though, to see its first ever female president, as 2 women are now leading the race. Take a look. On the left, it's Xochitl Galvez, a tech entrepreneur with an indigenous background. On the right, the frontrunner, Claudia Sheinbaum, who is the former mayor of Mexico City.
Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter is live in downtown with the latest on this history-making election. And you can hear, even at this hour of the night, there is a lot of excitement in the air. Leanne.
Yeah, there certainly is, Jory and Michelle, and that's because here at the watch party here in downtown LA, there's a lot of excitement. That is because the Mexican media is now calling Claudia Sheinbaum as the winner, Mexico's brand new president, according to Mexican officials and Mexican media.
Some of these, Claudia, are so old, tattered. You should throw them away.
I will then.
What have you done?
What you told me to do!
Leave a corpse here to rot?
I wanted her! I wanted to meet her!
She's not! Live to marry house we live in!
Do you want me to be a doll forever?
Claudia, don't.
Why not? Can't I change like everybody else?
A vampire gone insane that pollutes its own bed.
And if I cut my hair again?
It will grow back again.
But it wasn't always so. I had a mother once, and Louis, he had a wife. He was mortal, the same as she, and so was I.
Claudia!
You made us what we are, didn't you?
Stop her, Louis.
Did you do it to me?
Why should I tell you?
in my power.
Why yours alone? Tell me how it was done.
Be glad I made you what you are. He'd be dead now if I hadn't. Like that damned corpse. Now get rid of it!
You get rid of it.
Camden, he is patron of the Jewish Museum, visiting here in 2007, a faith close to his and his family's hearts.
His connection goes back many, many decades. His grandmother, Princess Alice of Battenberg, was a righteous amongst the nations. She sheltered Jews in the Holocaust in Athens. And Prince Charles, now King Charles, has often said that he drew inspiration from her work to save people in the Holocaust.
Why is it important to have the monarchy and all faiths in this country united?
As head of the Church of England, it's important to know that he's a defender of the faith, but also of all faiths.
A reassurance that despite the change in the monarchy, the value placed on Britain's broad spectrum of faiths remains the same.
I'm going to vote blue.
Vote for who you want. This is a free dictatorship.
Good afternoon, my countrymen. I am very grateful to be here with you today. I would like to begin by extending my deepest sympathies to the families of those innocent people who were killed in yesterday's attack. They made the supreme sacrifice. This attack was meant for me, and they suffered the injury. After this attack, I had to ask myself, why would someone want to kill me? Being close to death, it has made me review my life and my rule. And so today,
We are your friend.
I would like to ask the forgiveness of the poor people of this country. And I pledge from this moment to make their liberation the first concern of my government. And those of the privileged classes must not resist this liberation. I would also like to make a personal announcement today which should indicate the seriousness of my resolve. I take great pleasure in announcing my engagement to my longtime companion, Miss Montormentes.
Mantendremos la obligada división entre el poder económico y el poder político. No nos someteremos a ningún poder económico o extranjero, por más poderoso que sea.
Now there are those of my advisors who tell me that this is a mistake, that Madonna is one of the common people. Well, to me, this is her greatest virtue.
Swine.
It is only through her that I understand the sufferings and the hopes of the people of Parador. And so, my fellow citizens, we must work together to triumph over evil, to make Parador truly the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Out.
You want a Valium?
So you think this is amusing?
I thought it was a good speech.
It was suicide. Your suicide.
You're hyperventilating.
I'm gonna make you suffer.
You're a Harvard man. Use your brains. You can't kill me.
You've played your last role.
You need me. I'm the dictator.
Actors are a dime a dozen.
Not this good, Roberto.
You really think you're my dictator? You're as good as dead.
I got an interview tomorrow with Dick Cavett.
Dick Cavett?
Network TV.
Brilliant, Your Excellency. Just brilliant. Totally castrates the commies. I tell you, you're a genius. He's a total bloody genius, isn't he, Roberto? Yes, perhaps. Perhaps he is a genius.
Build the wall, 10 feet, 20 feet, 100 feet tall.
September 11th was the jumpstart for what is now an accelerated agenda by the ruthless elite. It was a staged war pretext no different than the sinking of the Lusitania, the provoking of Pearl Harbor, and the Gulf of Tonkin lie. In fact, if 9/11 wasn't a planned war pretext, it would be an exception to the rule. It has been used to launch 2 unprovoked illegal wars, one against Iraq and one against Afghanistan. However, 9/11 was a pretext for another war as well, the war against you. The Patriot Act, Homeland Security, the Military Tribunals Act, and other legislations are all completely and entirely designed to destroy your civil liberties and limit your ability to fight back against what is coming. Currently in the United States, unannounced to most brainwashed Americans, your home can be searched without a warrant, without you being home. You can in turn be arrested with no charges revealed to you, detained indefinitely with no access to a lawyer, and legally tortured, all under the suspicion that you might be a terrorist. If you need a painted picture of what is happening in this country, let's recognize how history repeats itself. In February 1933, Hitler staged a false flag attack, burning down his own German parliament building, the Reichstag, and blamed it on communist terrorists. In the next few weeks, he passed the Enabling Act, which completely eradicated the German Constitution, destroying people's liberties. He then led a series of preemptive wars, all justified to the German people as necessary to maintaining homeland security.
Our enemy is a radical network of terrorists and every government that supports them.
It's time to wake up. The people in power go out of their way to make sure that you are perpetually misled and manipulated. The majority's perception of reality, especially in the political arena, is not their own. It is shrewdly imposed upon them without them even knowing it. For example, the public at large actually believes the invasion of Iraq is going badly, as sectarian violence doesn't seem to stop. What the public fails to see is that the destabilization of Iraq is exactly what the people behind the government want. This war is to be sustained so the region can be divided up, domination of the oil maintained, continual profits reaped for the defense contractors, and most importantly, permanent military bases established to be used as a launching pad against other oil-bearing, non-conforming countries such as Iran and Syria. For further implication that the civil war and destabilization is purely intentional, in 2005, 2 elite British SAS officers were arrested by Iraqi police after being caught driving around in their car shooting at civilians while dressed up as Arabs. After being arrested and taken to a jail in Basra, the British Army immediately requested the release of these men. When the Basra government refused, British tanks came in and physically broke out the men from the Basra prison.
If you wish to destroy an area, how do you do it? Well, there are 2 ways. You can go in there and bomb it and so forth, but that is not very efficient. What you do is you try to get the people in that area to kill each other and to destroy their own territory, their own farms. And that's what's been done in that area. The way in which you destroy an opponent is get him to destroy himself by dividing his ranks against one another. Then you feed both sides. You have agents feeding both sides, inflaming both sides, and they kill each other off. And it's time that some of us woke up to this reality, to understand that people who try to maintain empires and create empires do it by manipulating the people they're trying to conquer.
The Berlin Wall was built in 1961 to divide Berlin. West Berlin was capitalist and free, but East Berlin was controlled by the Soviet Union. The Soviets built the wall to stop any East Berliners escaping, but 5,000 did escape.
Why do they want these people coming across our borders? Because these people are helpless. They're without money, they're without a home, they're without a job. What are they? Victims. What do victims bring? Give them the vote and you're going to have socialism. That's why they don't try to stem the flood of immigration. It furthers the agenda of socialism. I feel sorry for those people. They're being used. And their only thought is to find a good place where they can have a good life for themselves and their children. They're being used and abused, and they all become good little Democrats. They all vote socialist, and they all want their handouts from under Uncle Sam. There are some who came into this country many years ago of many different nationalities who have learned the American way, are good Americans, are not immigrants. They are Americans, and they've established and have a sound place in this country. They're part of it, but they're being used. They can't speak the language. Because they can't speak the language, it's hard to find a job. When they find a job, it's not at the pay that they would like to have. So they look to the government to solve their problems. Does everybody understand what I'm telling you? You've often wondered, why is it that they don't do anything about this flood of immigrants coming across the border? And I'm not talking about just Hispanics from Mexico, Central and South America. I'm talking about from all over the world. They come here for a better life, not realizing that in coming here and being manipulated and used as they are, they're going to destroy all of their chances forever having the American dream. They're going to help bring about socialism, which will put them back into slavery again. And that's got to stop. You have to understand the agenda. You have to understand who's bringing it about and why.
court-appointed theatrical agent. It's time.
Are you the man? Ever seen this in my mouth? And put your fingers in my mouth.
That's the ticket. No pain, no gain.
Go!
Now listen to me, because I'm only gonna say this once. This is all a lie. I was framed. I'm completely innocent.
Yeah, sure.
Now be quiet and stay still. I'm out of here in 5 minutes. I'm out of here in 5 minutes.
I'm out of here in 5 minutes.
Hi, this is Amber.
Chico! Come back! The deadline's still up! He's not gonna make it. Chico!
Must be the walls in here. Must be the walls in here.
Must be the walls in here.
Blocking the signal. Must be the walls in here. Blocking the signal. It's not happening.
Then we try it outside. Move!
People like you took this country, turned it into a jail.
Well, there's your ride. It's all set.
It's all set. It's all set.
Nothing like first class.
Hey, come in. Señorita, do you want to come in? Yeah, hey, do. Yeah.
I guess this is it. Now you guys stay out of the national database, okay? And you, Laughlin, stop trying to teach the Constitution to the street punks. See you guys at the 10-year prison reunion.
You can still join us if you want.
No, thank you. My brother is gonna get me out of the city. Plus, I'm not into politics. I'm into survival.
To do you any good, you won't be able to leave the squad. You don't have a travel pass.
You do.
Nowadays, French is the same thing.
Laughlin, save it for the written test. Good luck.
Yeah, for all of us.
Now I do. Let's see. Now where should we go? Maybe someplace warm. I need to work on my tan anyway. You see, you get so pale in prison. There you are. Good. Now I'm going to untie you. Come on
You might have done a little stalking yourself.
Richard's hostage, Amber Mendez, was unharmed. Some airport personnel were not so lucky.
Our star runner tonight needs no introduction. He's Ben Richards, the brutal slayer of 60 men, women, and children in...
Like the ticket agent and security guard, Richard shot at point-blank range when he arrived at the airport.
The Bakersfield Massacre.
Food riot in progress. Approximately 1,500 civilians.
Abort attack. Acknowledge Yankee 99er.
The hell with you.
Lieutenant Sanders, take command. Detain Richards and return to base.
That's not true. They were taken to Cadre Memorial Hospital, where they remain in guarded condition. And now, back to climbing for dollars.
There are innocent, unarmed people down there. Cease fire! Cease fire!
Padre credit line and a beachfront condo. Sound of positive? Ban is a standard deal for a network stalker. Huh? I know a stalker died. Well, it had to happen sooner or later. That's all it is. It's nothing to do with people. For 50 years, we've told them what to eat, what to drink, what to wear. Americans love television. They wean their kids on it. Listen, they love game shows. They love wrestling. They love sports, violence. What do? We give them what they want. We're number one, Ben. That's all that counts. Believe me, I've been in the business 30 years.
Tonight, the Prime Minister has finally announced the next general election, a moment the country needs and has been waiting for, and where, by the force of our democracy, power returns to you.
We are not merely transferring power from one administration to another, or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people.
And we give it back to you, the people.
For too long, a small group in our nation's capital
are corrupt,
has reaped the rewards of government,
the rich,
while the people have borne the cost.
The oppressors of generations who have kept you down with myths of opportunity.
The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country.
And do you accept the resignation of all of these liars, of all the corrupt?
That all changes, starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment. It belongs to you.
None shall interfere. Do as you please.
January 20th, 2017 will be remembered as the day the people became the rulers of this nation again. The United States of America.
It will endure.
Power returns to you. A chance to change for the better. Your future, your community, your country. Now, it will feel like a long campaign, I'm sure of that. But no matter what else is said and done, that opportunity for change is what this election is about. Over the course of the last 4 years, we've changed the Labour Party, returned it once more to the service of working people. All we ask now, humbly, is to do exactly the same for our country and return Britain to the service of working people, because we will stop the chaos. Look around our country, the sewage in our rivers, people waiting on trolleys in A&E, crime virtually unpunished, mortgages and food prices through the roof. It's all, every bit of it, a direct result of the Tory chaos in Westminster. Time and again, they pursue their own interests rather than tackling the issues that affect your family. And if they get another 5 years, they will feel entitled to carry on exactly as they are. So here it is, the future of the country in your hands. On the 4th of July, you have the choice. And together, we can stop the chaos, we can turn the page, we can start to rebuild Britain and change our country. Thank you.
If we turn against each other based on divisions of race or religion,
Come on, try getting it out.
Ding, 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 bong. That's all, folks.
See Jesus in the morning. See Jesus in the noonday hour. See Jesus in the evening before the sun is going down. He said, "Night, and it shall be given to you. Seek and ye shall find." If you're seeking, he'll come in. If you're seeking, he'll come in. Bless your name, Jesus. Bless your name, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.